This is Josiah Plays West of Loathing. Alright, we're gonna see what's up with the tepid candy. Cotton candy! Calls the clown behind this food stand, and then makes a wheeoot noise with a slide whistle. Come try this just invented confectionery delight! Alright, let's talk to the vendor. Clown blows his slide whistle again as you approach. Step right up, fella! Step up and try one of the world's newest candy sensations! What is it? Cotton candy! The finest, in several senses of the word, spun sugar, created through a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. I don't want to eat those things. I don't know how to do the slide whistle noise. So it isn't actually made of cotton? What? No! Cotton is indigestible, no matter how much chocolate you cover it with. Found that out the hard way, did you? How do you make it? He pats a metal box with a wide funnel coming out of the top. This little machine right here! Can't tell you how it works, much as I'd like to brag. It's a trade secret. You invented it? Well, not as such. Couple dentists down south were the first ones. Dentists, go figure. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. I just like the idea of talking to somebody who in the middle of talking to you just blows a fucking thing on the slide whistle in the middle and then just continues talking. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with that design too. Now I'm really curious. Sorry, fella, these secrets in this box are for nobody's eyes but my own. I'd be happy to sell you some cotton candy, though. One of the bards in the battle has to use a slide whistle. Oh, God. Well, how much does it cost? Just 300 meat! Okay, that's a lot. Fuck it, though. Alright, against my better judgment, I'll take one. Alrighty! It'll be 300 meat! Okay. The clown puts his slide whistle down on the counter, ducks underneath, and comes back up with a paper cone which he holds in the mouth of the metal box. He pulls down a lever and the machine makes a thin squealing sound as glittering white spun sugar collects around the paper cone in a fluffy cloud. There you go! Enjoy! Thanks. Good God, that was expensive. Even just plain old sugar tastes better on a stick. +3 speed for the rest of the day. I really hope I can use this somewhere for some purpose. Because 300 meat is so much. Cold drinks! Calls the clown behind this food stand. Ice cold sarsaparilla in bottles! Oh, here we go! Game crossover. I get to collect sarsaparilla bottles in this game too. Talk to the vendor. Howdy, sir. Care to treat yourself to an ice cold soft drink? You said you're selling them in bottles? That's right. Got the newfangled crown cork bottle caps and all. Do for your guitar. Oh my God. What kinds do you have? I've got root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla. How about pomegranate? Nope. How about blue raspberry? Nope. How about cherry? Nope. How about cherry? Nope. How about iced tea? Nope. How about key lime? Nope. How about lemon lime? Nope. How about diet pomegranate? How about that? If you guys think I won't carry on this conversation like this for an incredibly long time, you're mistaken. How about diet pomegranate? Damn it. Oh, nope. How about rhubarb? Nope. How about cream soda? Nope. How about orange cream? Nope. How about iced tea? Nope. How about lemonade? Nope. How about lemonade? Nope. How about cherry? Nope. How about orange cream? Nope. How about rhubarb? Nope. How about cream soda? Nope. How about grapefruit? Nope. How about blue raspberry? Nope. How about orange? Nope. How about black cherry? Nope. Blue raspberry? Nope. How about lemonade? Nope. How about plain tap water? Nope. Alright, what kinds do you have again? Root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla. What about black cherry? Nope. How about snozzleberry? Nope. Do you make the drinks yourself? If you're asking if we have a wagon dedicated to brewing and bottling 3 different kinds of sodas in our traveling carnival, no. We stock up as we pass through large towns. Ah. Well, how much are they? 205 meat. 205? It's for the deposit on the bottle. Oh, dare I? These are so expensive. Okay, I'll take one. Root beer, ginger beer, or sarsaparilla? I'll take the sarsaparilla, of course. Here you go. Enjoy. I got a sarsaparilla. I don't think I just spent my money wisely. You were never sure how to spell this, and you still aren't. 3 moxie for the rest of the day. It might be a star cap, yeah. Red Hots, calls the clown behind this food stand. Red Hots, footlongs, 2 kinds of mustard. There's also a small sign that says, lost and found. Let's talk to the vendor. The clown grins and gestures at the little charcoal grill behind him. Howdy, sir. Interested in a hot footlong sausage? Things I don't want a clown to say to me. Damn it! Why the clowns? What are they made of? What do you mean? They're pork. What else do you make a sausage out of? Regular pork or long pork? The clown gives you a long, chilly look. Well, I'm sure I don't know what you're implying, sir. They're made of people. Well, how much are they? 250 meat with your choice of condiments. What are the condiments? I got onions, pickle relish, 3 kinds of mustard, and 2 kinds of ketchup. 2 kinds of ketchup. Yep, got both ketchup and catsup. What kinds of mustard? Brown, yellow, and blue. Blue mustard. Looks like I'm all out of the blue. Sorry. No thanks. This is expensive concessions here. Are they actually a foot long? 12 inches? Because a lot of guys say that, but I'm just gonna stop you right there, seeing as there's ladies and children present. You want one or not? Oh, they actually went there. They actually explicitly went for the fucking dick innuendo. Wow. What are they made of? I was wondering if you had a vegetarian option. Mister, this is a carnival, not an herbivore. You've been saving that one up, haven't you? 4 years! Thank you, sir! A carnival, not an herbivore! I love it! Alright, how much are they? Okay, I'll take one. Thank you kindly, sir. Here you are. Help yourself to condiments. I got a clown sausage. This is not something I wanted to have in my life. Thanks. A large pork sausage with your choice of condiments, except he was all out of the blue mustard. Okay. I'm spending money wisely at this fucking place. I'd like to see the lost and found. Oh, sure thing! What'd you lose? A lucky bottle cap. The clown pulls a wooden box out from under the counter and looks inside. Appears you're in luck! This one yours? Puts the box on the counter for you to see and turns back to his grill for a moment. Look inside. Josiah, sometimes you have to suck down a piping hot foot-long clown sausage. Don't make it weird. Yeah. That's life. Look inside. The box contains a shiny bottle cap on a little metal chain, a folding pocket knife, a white silk handkerchief, a bottle of smelling salts. Let's take the thing we're actually here for. You got an item. Lucky cap. Yep, that's the one. Thanks. No problem, sir. Presumably this belongs to that kid, because you can't imagine there's more than one person around who would be so into a bottle cap that they'd hang it on a keychain. If it was a unique bottle cap, Saito would hang it on a keychain. I'd like to see the lost and found. What'd you lose? My handkerchief. I got a hanky, thanks. Sure, no problem. Thankfully, the previous owner of this does not appear to have gotten any use out of it. I'd like to see the lost and found again. I lost my pocket knife. Also, I lost my bottle of smelling salts. A little folding pocket knife like this one isn't going to be useful as a weapon, but you never know when it might come in handy for something else. Plus, it was free. It was free, and so was the hanky, and some more smelling salts. I'd like to see the lost and found. Nothing. What, you just figured you'd see if I had anything you liked? Look, there's no such thing as an honest thief. You gotta pick one or the other. Sorry.
Hey, sir. Did you find my lucky bottle cap?
Is this the one?
That's it. Thank you, sir.
No problem, kid.
Hello again, sir. Say, that's a real nice balloon. You want to trade? I'll give you my lucky bottle cap for it.
Okay.
Great, here you go. Thanks again, sir.
The kid runs off with his new balloon. I'll buy another balloon just in case I need it for something. Now I got the lucky cap. Alright, let's check out the sideshow. tent flap is open and the interior is dimly lit to make the collection of weird stuff inside seem more mysterious. Howdy, fella! Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? What all do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day! Freaks. Not just freaks! Gosh, how much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. God, they're making me spend so much money here. Okay, I'm in. You won't be disappointed, and in the event that you are disappointed, no refunds. Takes your meat and stamps your hand. Don't take my meat. I don't want clowns taking my meat and giving me their footlong meat. Nothing about this is okay. There you go. Enjoy. Thanks. I'm so poor now. No, I wouldn't let my child eat and drink this kind of crap. Are you kidding? I'd be one of those depressing parents that only lets their kid eat healthy shit. The character goes around with a huge bone in his hands. Yes, that's true. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in! Take your time! Have a good look around! Just remember, no touching! This looks like one of those weird bent mirrors that make you look all crazy, as if there wasn't enough crazy looking stuff around here already. Let's look at yourself. God, this mirror somehow shows you what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like he winks at you. Brrr. Oh, look, it's doing something different the second time. You look in the mirror again, and the clown you is still there, staring. Very slowly, his mouth opens into a wide grin, revealing multiple rows of yellow, pointed, shark-like teeth. Not wanting to keep looking, but unwilling to turn your back on it, you slowly sidle away until it's no longer visible. Swallowing hard, you approach the mirror again. It's empty. Not only is the clown you gone, you don't show a reflection at all. The mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little sympathetically. Oh no! I'm sore! What? You look in the mirror again and see your limbs stretched out like taffy, twisting around like the tentacles of an octopus. You can hear your joints creaking and your muscles feel like they've gone through a wringer. I got a debuff, guys. Minus 10 HP. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in the mirror, in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. Game over, player wins. Based on his attitude, uniquely combining attentiveness and extreme boredom, you assume this clown's job is to keep an eye on the sideshow exhibits. Let's talk to him. Howdy, fella! Welcome to the sideshow! Thanks. What's to see in here? Well, down to the left, we have our collection of spooky warp mirrors. Right here, we have exhibits of clown eggs and pickled punks. Do I want to know what a pickled punk is? And further down to the right is our freak show. Feel free to explore, and I'll be here if you got any questions. I have a question. What's with those weird mirrors? Aren't they a riot? That's what they call an optical illusion, as I understand it. Has to do with the way the light reflects off of them. I am 100% sure what I saw can't be explained by the reflection of light. No telling what you might see if you look too long. Uh-huh. The shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. Let's have a closer look. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, "Clown eggs." In this circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in this circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent, and the ticket seller clown out front. Say, wait a minute. Here's the egg for that balloon selling clown. Didn't he tell you there's another guy wearing the same makeup? According to this sign, that seems unlikely. Inspect them more closely. Hey, step back, please. No touching. Sorry. These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird looking things. Let's look closer. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contained malformed and/or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A 3-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. Ooh, I'd love to have a twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or tail in the jar. That'd be rad. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. Let's take a closer look. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Yeah! Got you pretty good there, buddy. What is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. He takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots. Ugh. This guy is a startling sight, even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Let's talk to him. Hello there. I'm Griff McGruff. Well, how's it going? How's it hanging? Do you, blink? Or wink, I guess? I guess not. So, this circus gig, how do you like it? His hands slowly curl into fists and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see. Understand, I mean. Take a closer look at him. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice 2 things, though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, what you would call the base of his skull if he had one. A sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. I should have a monster like this in D&D. This is legit. This sounds like something that Saito's character would like to meet. In the same genus as fucking Mind Flayers and Intellect Devourers. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. Okay, well, see you around. Were you born that way? Sorry, I guess that's a pretty personal question. I want to set him free. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Damn, that's fucked up, Saito. That's cold. Talk to him.
Hello there! Welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas.
Hi, I'm Griff. Griff McGruff.
Delighted to meet you.
So, well...
Are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me?
Yeah, you got me.
Don't worry, Griff. I am in a sideshow, after all. It is an obvious and natural question.
Wait a minute. Oh, you said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist?
Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate.
He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides, but he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Excuse me. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. Oh, that's amazing. What in the...
Surprising, yes?
A bit, yeah. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs, holds his pipe up to the, now, back of his head, so his other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase? Siamese twins?
Not exactly. It is difficult to describe, I'm afraid.
Two minds in one body, with two faces?
It would be closer to the truth to say two instances of the same mind, with, as you say, two faces.
You're right. That doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back.
It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain.
Were you born like this?
I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind.
Okay, sorry.
No apology necessary.
Well, your knees must be a wreck.
Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you.
Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal.
I have a contract.
Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat.
Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people.
We'll talk to you later, Douglas. I have a feeling terrible things are being done to these sideshow people. They're slaves. I must free them. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Let's talk to her. Hello.
Hello there. Enjoying the carnival?
Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Can I ask you a question?
Certainly.
Oh, what's your name?
I'm Janet. And you?
Well, I'm Griff McGruff. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Griff.
Why are you in a box?
That's a rather personal question, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside?
Oh god, do I want to see inside? I don't think I want to see inside. What's gonna be inside? Everything about this is going to be hellish and terrifying. All I need to do, I just need to remind myself this game was not made by Japanese or Korean people. This is not a Japanese or Korean product. It can't be that horrifying. Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, then begins to slowly deflate.
What do you think?
Well, it's certainly interesting. I mean, honestly, this wouldn't be a deal breaker. If I really liked her personality, you know, if we really meshed well together as people, if she was the right kind of sociopath for me, I think having just a mechanical nightmare in a box instead of a body, it could be acceptable. I could make it work. It's some kind of trick, right? You're folded up behind a mirror in there or something.
No trick.
The clown chuckles and walks around the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves you through it, then saunters back to his place by the shelves. Waves at you through it. It's amazing! I've never seen anything like it.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today.
Oh! Amazing! Oh, God. Let's examine the workings. You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird. Gross. But it is indeed educational. Hey, I got a perk. You know what makes a human being tick, and how to stop one from ticking, come to that. And I got a +3 to my melee damage. Yay! It was all worth it. Just goes to show you, kids. When a woman asks you if you want to see what's in her box, say yes. You can learn a lot. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident?
I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that.
Of course, sorry. It must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown.
Yes.
Well, it was nice to meet you. Janet, so long.
Good luck, Griff.
Oh, look at it now. Look at it. That's amazing. The large metal box here open to reveal all the clockwork machinery, glass tubes, and pumps that are keeping Janet's head alive. Alright, we need to question this guy some more. I got some questions for you, clown. You love her smiley face? Yeah. Josiah's already made clear that's not a deal breaker for him. Oh, yeah. Look, if a woman stabbed me, I would know she was special. That's someone to keep an eye on. That's a catch right there. Takes a lot of intestinal fortitude to stab somebody. Most people don't have the guts. Plus, you know, it's nice to be placed in a situation where you feel forced to be on your best behavior. You know? Like, it's good to have some politeness enforced through a constant low-level threat of physical violence. That's why in prison, most people treat each other very respectfully as a general rule. Unless they have a specific reason not to, and then that's when things get dramatic. But for the most part, people in prison treat each other much more respectfully than people on the outside. Because there's always that low-level sort of threat all the time, you know? Even with people that you're cool with. You know that if you treat them like shit, things can erupt into something very quickly. Everyone on Twitch chat treats everyone on the internet treats everybody else respectfully. Alright, I have a question. What can you tell me about these eggs? That's a traditional clown thing. There's a placard there next to them that explains in detail. Don't get too close, please. They're fragile. Okay. Well, in my experience, most places on the internet where people can communicate with each other are full of fucking pure toxicity and scumbag ugliness. I mean, YouTube comments, various kinds of forums, Reddit, Twitch chat, if you're talking about like the really big busy Twitch chats. I mean, it depends on how moderated they are and stuff, but those eggs may be their phylacteries. Oh, good thought, Saito. What are these things in the jars? That's what we in the business call pickled punks. A menagerie of strange and twisted creatures such as you've never before seen the like, captured and preserved and on display for your entertainment and edification. Well, that's how the boss says it. Are they real? As real as they come! What about the people? About these, people. You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball head is my favorite. Nice, quiet fella. Uh-huh. If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales out of school. Since the eye guy can't talk, though, you can ask me about him if you want. Does he ever blink? You mean wink? Ha! Nope, no eyelids. I gotta toss a bucket of water over him once in a while so as he don't get too dry. He does look a bit dry now that you mention it. Yeah, it's getting about that time. Excuse me for a minute. Sure. Oh, while he's busy with that, maybe I can... Since the clown's distracted, you take the opportunity to get a closer look at the eggs. You notice three things about them. Firstly, they're too large to be chicken eggs. You have no idea what kind of eggs they are. Secondly, they've all been broken and then very meticulously glued back together. They almost look like they've been reassembled after something hatched out of them. And thirdly, one of the eggs features a pattern of red triangles that you recognize. It's the same as the clown version of yourself that you saw in that mirror earlier. You quickly step back as the guard clown returns. He gives you a fair amount of side-eye, but doesn't say anything. Let's leave the shelf. You lean in closer to inspect the gross thing. Despite what the clown said, it certainly looks real. Whoever made it did an excellent and disgusting job. Peeking surreptitiously under the shelf, you don't see any evidence of an electromagnet or other such device. Eyeball guy. Okay, what can you tell me about him? Not much, I'm afraid, to be honest. He joined us, about a year ago, maybe a little less. Where did he come from? No idea. Weird, ain't it? You'd think, fella looks like that, you'd have read about him in all the papers, right? Well, yeah. Sure is mysterious. How did he get like that? Couldn't tell you. I'll bet you got a theory at least. Ha! Well, maybe he saw something no human fella should ever see. Why's he locked to his chair? Ah, you noticed that, did you? Real shame, that is. Fella's a bit unpredictable. Has a violent spell once in a while. Gosh. Don't you worry none, I'm keeping an eye on him. Ha ha! I see what you did there. Bye. How are you feeling?
If you're referring to my condition, don't worry. I've grown accustomed to it, more or less.
Can't talk about that. Sidelong glance at the clown. Well, I don't think there's much else I can do inside here. If I get him to go to the eye guy... and then I come over here... Okay. Alright. I'm surprised it doesn't give me the option to take an egg. Well, we obviously know some incredibly wrong shit is going down at this fucking place. Let's check out the main stage finally. The clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach.
Ticket, please.
Ticket for what?
Barnaby Bob's Stunt Spectacular.
What's that?
The boss does a show.
Yes?
Yeah,
What kind of show?
knife tricks, mostly.
Well, here's my ticket.
Okay. Go on in, show will start real soon.
He enters the stage area. Cool. Did I talk to the balloon clown yet about the eggs? Let's try. Earlier, you told me there's another clown with the same face paint. That's right, the other balloon seller. Except I looked at the clown eggs display in the sideshow. There's only one egg with that pattern, and it's supposedly taboo for a clown to use another clown's makeup. Say, you're real sharp. Better watch out you don't cut yourself. So what's the deal? You're right. It's just me. I walk around the Midway and sell balloons at both ends. When people ask, I like to have a little fun with them. So you're not actually following me around? Why would I need to do that? You aren't dangerous or anything, right? Right. Anything else I can do for you? Alright. So, is he really telling the truth? What's really going on here? I have a feeling we're going to find out when we go into the main stage and confront Barnaby Bob. Benches must be for the audience. Have a seat. This is the same muscular clown that was guarding the entrance to the stage area earlier. It doesn't look like he's going to let you backstage. You can't go through to the backstage area. That hulking clown guard won't let you. Alright, well, shall we watch the show? Here we go. Let's watch the show! Yeehaw! You take a seat, and a smattering of other patrons appear and sit down as well. After a minute or two, there's a crash of cymbals and a clown runs in from the backstage curtain and jumps up onto the stage. In contrast to the other clown's colorful clothing, his is relatively simple. Black wool trousers and a bright crimson shirt under a pale tan leather jacket with fringe on the sleeves and a red heart painted on the shoulder. His face paint is plain white without any colored accents, contrasting his curled black mustache and thin goatee. A snappy silk top hat with a rakish tilt tops off his outfit. When there's this much description of an NPC, you know it's a boss. The show is sold out, so you had to win a ticket, but now no one is here. I know, right, Nox? Something about this place is not adding up. He doffs his hat and bows with a deep theatrical flourish, and the small audience claps politely. They're all just really short. You can't see them over the back of the pews or benches or whatever they are. I'm gonna clap.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And welcome one and all to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow. I hope you've been enjoying the attractions and distractions of our little traveling carnival. And now it's time for our star performance. The main attraction. Ladies and gents, put your hands together for...
A loud drum roll starts as he gestures to the curtain, and then the cymbals crash again. The clown puts his hat back on with a chuckle.
Me, Barnaby Bob!
I'm a clap. I feel like Barnaby Bob has to be sinister villain voice guy.
Much obliged, much obliged. You're far too kind. Why, I haven't even shown you anything yet.
With a laugh, he flips a large Bowie knife into the air. You didn't even see where he pulled it from. Why is it brown? The knife glitters as it spins. He catches it and flips it in the air again, this time catching and balancing it on its point on the tip of one finger. He holds that pose very still for a moment, then jerks his hand out of the way. The knife thunks into the wood of the stage floor, deep enough that he has to give it a jerk from side to side before he can yank the blade free. He winks broadly to the audience.
Wouldn't be any fun if they weren't sharp, would it, ladies and gents?
I'm gonna clap again. He pulls 2 more knives from his jacket and begins a flashy and elaborate knife-juggling act. 3 spinning blades somehow turn into 4, and then his hat is added into the mix, floating lightly through the cascade of knives without a single scratch. He finishes the routine by catching 2 of the knives in each hand and allowing his hat to fall nearly to the ground before catching it on the tip of his boot and kicking it back into the air and onto the top of his head. I'm gonna keep applauding.
Ah, now there's some applause I believe I've earned. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it took a lot of hats to get to where I am today.
He chuckles as he adjusts his hat back to its original rakish tilt.
Now for the grand finale. For this, I'll need a volunteer from the audience.
A few hands go up. Barnaby Bob ignores them and looks directly at you.
How about you, sir?
Okay. Griff McGruff loves being a volunteer.
Good. I like a brave one. Step right up onto the stage here. Your name, please?
Griff McGruff.
It's a real pleasure to finally meet you, Griff Sneaky McGruff.
Dun dun dun! He knows my name. Step up onto the stage. Yeehaw! A couple of clowns haul a large wooden panel about 7 feet tall and 4 wide up onto the stage. They stand it up vertically behind you and stay there, holding it steady. It has 2 holes in it slightly above waist level and a lot of knife marks.
Press your back flat up against the wood, please, and put your hands through the holes.
Fucking flat back. One day I'm going to tell you the story of flatback, a term that we used in prison sometimes to make fun of somebody. But I don't think today's the day. You do so. The holes are just a fraction too high, so it's not very comfortable. And then one of the clowns pulls your arms back tighter and ties them together with rough hemp, so it becomes much more uncomfortable for a variety of reasons. You need to put your hands into the nice man's holes. That's how I roll. Hey son, welcome, how you doing?
Don't worry. This is just to make sure you don't make any sudden and unexpected movements. We wouldn't want that, would we? Fret not, son. Everything's under control.
He steps up close to you and adjusts your collar, brushes a little dust off your shoulders.
My control. You know, Griff, we get a sharp customer through here from time to time. But my, you're the sharpest I've seen yet. However, I'll bet a shiny silver dollar I've got something up my sleeve that's even sharper.
His pupils narrow to vertical slits as he grins at you, revealing rows of pointed yellow shark teeth. As he turns away, you can see that the heart on the shoulder of his leather jacket is drawn with an arrow through it, and the word Mom. It doesn't look painted on. What does that even mean? I gotta try to free my hands. I gotta free my hands! You struggle a little, but your arms are too tightly bound. The rough hemp rope digs into your wrists. Barnaby Bob strolls to the other end of the stage and turns to face you.
Now, don't you worry. This will all be over soon. Just don't move.
He has a knife in his hand again and gives it a few twirls and flips. Light reflected from the blade glitters in his eyes. Then, without warning, he hurls it at you. Thunk! The knife hits the wood before you can even blink, a hair's breadth from your left ear. I'm gonna stare him down. Staring him down! Yeehaw! Barnaby Bob grins at you as the crowd applauds. Another knife appears in one hand and an apple in the other. He tosses the apple to one of the stage hands, who carefully balances it on top of your head.
Time time for the old William Tell routine. A bit of a cliche, perhaps, but there's a reason it's a classic. Eh, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm gonna take a deep breath. The crowd watches with rapt attention as he flourishes the knife, spinning it and flipping it behind his back. Then, faster than you can register, thwack! Cold apple juice dribbles into your hair and down the back of your neck.
2 for 2. What do you say, Griff? Shall we go for one more?
Glare silently, Tom. I'm staring him down. You just came from the ER? Is your other rib broken? On the other side, or how badly are you hurt now? Stare him down. I'm gonna stare him down. Barnaby Bob pulls out another knife, gives it a quick stropping across the pale leather sleeve of his jacket, then whips a colorful spotted handkerchief from his pocket and blindfolds himself. This time his smile is much colder.
I advise you to watch closely, Griff McGruff. Since you're the only one of us who can.
I watch very, very closely. The crowd laughs, but you don't really hear it. The knife spins in his hand. This time, either because of the adrenaline or because he's actually moving slower, you can see the motion of his arm as he throws it. He twists his wrist in an odd way that you don't think he did before. The knife is flying at you. The knife is flying directly at your right eye. I'm not gonna move! Yeehaw! The knife incredibly swerves at the last possible moment. Thunk! You can feel the wood shake from the force as it stabs into the board. The metal is cold against your right cheek. The audience erupts into cheers as Barnaby Bob removes his blindfold and pumps a fist triumphantly. One of the stagehand clowns unties your wrists and helps you get your arms out of the holes. Bob takes your hand and raises it into the air victoriously.
Well now, ain't he a good sport, folks? And as brave a target as I've ever had. Take a bow, Griff McGruff.
I'll take a bow. You bow to the cheering crowd, carefully keeping your eyes on Barnaby Bob. He bows as well, removing his hat with an elaborate flourish, and then he takes a slip of paper out of it.
As a token of appreciation, I'd like to give our star volunteer a gift. A year's supply of dynamite. Use it in good health.
As he hands you the coupon, the clown leans in close to your ear and whispers,
This was the only warning you'll get, boy.
Hey, I got a coupon for a year's supply of dynamite. So now I could pass the tracks into the west without ever going to after the goblins. So that's worth 5,000 meat. We just discovered another way to get to the next part. Barnaby Bob waves and blows kisses to the crowd as you climb down from the stage, and then he disappears through the backstage curtain. The audience gradually disperses. Whew! So that was intense. Barnaby Bob gave you this coupon for a year's supply of dynamite. How did he know? You find the nearest authorized dynamite retailer and trade the coupon for the explosives you crave. I now have a year's supply of dynamite. Dynamite, 1 year, is stenciled on this crate in an official-looking typeface. Contains enough dynamite for a whole year! You should let the railroad guys open it. Good point. Alright, well we're gonna try to do more at this place. We're gonna try to see if we can fight some clowns. Fight Barnaby Bob. But all that is gonna have to happen in our next episode, because that's all the time we have for this one. If you're watching the stream, don't go anywhere, because I'm not done streaming. If you're watching on YouTube, that is going to do it for this episode. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays West of Loathing.